We also, so for those who don't know, they are returning to a different world. Yes. If you are a fan of the 90s show, A Different World, they are coming back. They are working on it right now. This will be surrounding Dwayne and Whitley's youngest daughter attending Hillman. Debbie Allen is attached, as well as several other people behind the scenes who worked on the original. This is good for so many reasons.
Yeah,
so many reasons, because that original run of Different World was something culturally different. It was
and significant. It was needed.
Extremely. It was.
Yeah.
And this is something that it's like, you know what? If you wanted something to not retool, not reboot, but continue a storyline, this is it. This would work. Yeah, I mean, look how many look how many Degrassi junior highs we've got.
Yeah. This makes sense. They're not reaching for it either.
Yeah.
But is it going to be a comedy as opposed to like they rebooted Belly? I'm like not interested.
I think this is going to stay in that same realm of what the original was, because once again, there was nothing wrong with their formula. There was absolutely nothing wrong with that formula. From the original crew to that next cast, there was nothing wrong with the formula. It worked.
And you know what? They can have very special episodes surrounded by what's going on now.
Yeah,
exactly.
Black experience. That was something I kind of like about Blackish also, because they did the same thing in Blackish, and now I feel like they can definitely do that in this one too. I'm excited to hear about it.
So my curiosity is they're going to do it before a live studio audience, so and to try to capture that magic.
That's a good question. That's a good question. I
want to be live. I want to be in the studio audience. I could listen. I could laugh on cue. I'm just saying. He.
So yeah, this is them still the story, the cast, the creative team, they're all still attached.
Excellent.
My first question was, is Debbie Allen attached? Did somebody and she is. I was just like, okay. And then as I was reading who all else was it, I'm like, oh, you got the band back together. Yeah, this is the best way to do it. This is the best way, because what better, and like you said, what better way than now to talk about this next generation, to talk about the issues that they're facing even now, whether it's the political landscape, the
funding, housing,
all of it. All of this still is relevant and can still be addressed. And good Lord, like you said, Navy, it's the original run of Different World was extremely significant. It's a stamp. Like, I can still watch that and say, damn, Dean Cain still is an ass. But
right.
Get out of my head. I was thinking the same thing. Just get out of my head, sir.
But no, it's when you have a funny moment and then you turn around, you have a serious
moment.
And the fact that they touched on all of this stuff, including your ancestry and everything else. Yo, the fact that it took place at a time where the Rodney King trial went down.
Yeah, and they went for it. They were told not to, if I'm remembering.
Yeah,
and they said, no, we have to. This is something we can't pass up. This is how we have to make a stand. And even though I think it shortened the show, if I'm remembering correctly, that I just
it was I felt better for them sticking to their guns.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what, it's one of those situations where, you know, you see a lot of shows, a lot of other podcasts or whatever, and they always try to hit the hot button issue because it's the hot thing to talk about. However, the way they addressed a lot of these issues, they addressed them as they should have been.
Yeah.
You know, what happened in this moment with these people? What happened in this? How does these things, you know, they made them personal. You know, when they HIV, they talked about that. When they date rape, they talked about that. Racism, they talked about that.
Domestic abuse in college.
Oh my God, all of it. And then you get some funny episodes in between. But they never once shied away from the issues, and I think that's something that is definitely needed now, in the way to address those issues.
And they showed like healthy mentorship. That like it's not all fun and games. Sometimes you have to say serious things, even though that's hard. And it's interesting how, I don't know how old the folk were, but now kind of almost being that age is like, oh wow, okay, we're these people now. Like I've heard, particularly from millennials, oh wow, somebody let us be the adults. Somebody let us be the parents.
Yeah.
Like, have you made your own people? I have, but I'm their leader. Yeah. I got that from John Mulaney. I usually try to give credit.
So it's definitely something I'm looking forward to. It literally just came. I'm like, I didn't know they were discussing this thing for so long. They said they had been discussing this for several years, and I think now's the time they need that.
I want you guys to be on the show. I want Blurred's Eyeview, because like they have to talk about Blurred's, like, but the bunch of college kids probably go to these conventions. I want you guys to have a guest spot. I am manifesting the heck out of that.
Miss Allen, if you would ever have us on, I would be extremely appreciative.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that's going to be my prayers from now until the end of time.
I can do my own makeup. I don't have any on currently, which is why I'm shiny, but I can if I can contribute in any way to make this happen.
I can dress myself.
I could be an HBCU consultant.
Yes. I'm trying. I want to be on the show too. I'm so sorry.
I went to a religious PWI. So
hold on. What'd you say, Nicole?
I said I could do makeup and your nails if you need help.
She could.
I can.
I could be a teacher. I know
I'll be the voice of the new pit or whatever.
Oh yes.
I could be Whitley's daughter's best friend or something.
I can be a professor that's also a Zeta, and I can actually wear my para. There we go.
Hey,
and while I would love to be on the show, and y'all they want to do guest spots, please keep the toxic influencers off of the show if you really want the show to last. Keep the toxic influencers off of there, because they don't care about nothing but their numbers. The story is all that matters. Continuity is all that matters. Some of these little fuckers don't even know what continuity is. They think it's toilet paper.
We would hope.
I just went to a religious PWI, so I need a do-over anyway.
Oh,
okay. You can be the transfer. Perfect.
I want to be. I want to be. From like a rival campus.
Here's the big scam about transferring. When it comes to transferring in college, it's really just like taking a gamble of how much of that class you took is going with you, and then the school you go to is like, you did this much, and we'll accept maybe this much, and then you just even further back paying extra money, and it's
ouch. That hurts.
I know. I remember that episode. Relax, relate, release.
Hold on. Am I doing the body motions right?
Yeah. Don't forget you gotta lose your wig. So if you got a wig on, oh my god. So
have a fame flashback.
Fame flashback.